looks like Tyreek Hill wants out of Miami.
I'm out, bro.
So today, I'll be trading Tyreek Hill every season to a new team for the next 5 years. And for the next 5 years, these are the goals that Tyreek Hill is going to try to accomplish for himself as well as his team. Have at least 1,000 yards every season. Have at least 10 touchdowns every season. His team must make the playoffs 3 out of the 5 years. He must win an award 1 out of the 5 years. And his team needs to win at least 1 Super Bowl. And we start at the end of this regular season where Tyreek Hill is at 96 overall at 31 years of age. And now we head to the wheel where I filled it with current playoff contenders, Super Bowl favorites, and really bad NFL teams to see if Tyreek Hill can put them over the top. And we are starting with the Green Bay Packers. So I've sent Tyreek Hill to the Green Bay Packers where he's at 95 overall to start the next season. So Tyreek wanted to play for a contender. Now he's on a back-to-back playoff making Jordan Love-led Green Bay Packers team. He's going to be wearing the number 1 because number 10 is taken by Jordan Love. And pretty much when we trade Tyreek to a new team every single year, we'll start off by watching the first drive with Tyreek on the new team, simulate the first game, then skip to the end of the season to see if they make the playoffs, as we have Tucker Kraft, who has a superstar ability. And then if they wind up making it to the Super Bowl, we're jumping in live. No catches for Tyreek yet. Jordan Love. This team is loaded though with Josh. Do we have Tyreek? Tyreek dropped his first pass on a contender. Who knows? That could be the pass that leads them to the playoffs on their first drive of the NFL season. You never know. You never know. Let's see if Tyreek can get another chance for a grab on this drive. 3rd and 9. Where will Jordan Love go? Will he go to Hill? He was looking for him. So Tyreek gets 2 targets on his first drive. As a Packer, no catches. But the Packers are able to get the win over the Bengals in Tyreek's first game on a new team as they win it 34-28. So Tyreek Hill finished his first game as a Packer with 8 catches for 85 yards and a touchdown. Real quick, everyone, I just want to say that about 90% of the people watching this video right now are not even subscribed. So if you're enjoying the content, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And now we're going to skip to the playoffs. And it looks like Tyreek has been traded to the right team because they are the number 1 team in the NFC at the end of the year. The Packers go 13-4. But somehow Tyreek Hill was not the main cause of that because he only had 77 catches for 922 yards and 7 touchdowns. I was definitely expecting Tyreek to have some monster numbers with the Packers, with them being the 1 seed, and that immediately is going to X out 2 of the 5 goals for Tyreek. But he said he wants team success right now. He's got his solo stats and his money. Let's see if he can lead his team to a Super Bowl win. And we are jumping into Tyreek's first playoff game. Hosting the Arizona Cardinals are the Green Bay Packers. Let's see if they can move on to the NFC title game led by Jordan Love. We are going to jump in for the first drive. It is Tyreek's first playoff game on his new team, so we'll have to do that for this one. I don't know if we're going to do it every time, though. He definitely wants to take advantage of his skill while he's in his early 30s, because when he's in his mid to late 30s, I don't know how much of an impact he's going to make on an NFL team. We got Josh Jacobs on the ground. He's going to get a first down. Tyreek Hill actually made the grab to set the Packers up inside the red zone at the 11-yard line. We'll see if Love and Tyreek are going to connect for a touchdown. Instead, it'll be Romeo Doubs to the 5. Tyreek just wants to be on a contender. He is here in Green Bay. He's only getting 1 year with them, so he's got to take advantage as the number 1 seed. We'll find out. Will Tyreek get the ball on 2nd down? No, Josh Jacobs gets the touchdown. And the Packers get the win in the divisional round up against the Cardinals 34-31, where Tyreek Hill led the team in receiving with 72 yards and a touchdown his first game back in the playoffs. And it looks like the Packers are taking on the Eagles in the NFC title game. I'm going to simulate it and see if they're in the Super Bowl. And ladies and gentlemen, take a look at the screen. As you see, we are here at Levi Stadium for Super Bowl 60. It's the Packers. They beat the Eagles. And who else would they face? It's Tyreek's old team, the Kansas City Chiefs, in Super Bowl 60. I don't know if the Chiefs have won Super Bowl 59 in this simulation, so I don't know if they're going for a 4-peat, if they're going for 4 in a row. Mahomes, though, is sacked. The Packers defense is showing up. Let's skip through the Super Bowl a little bit. Packers down by 7, but they tie it up. Mahomes, though, gets a touchdown. He gets 2 in a row. Or the Packers going to fall behind heavily. Hold on, they got a 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line. This game is not over yet. Mahomes trying to distance the Chiefs from the Packers, but Tyreek Hill might not let it happen. Looks like Tyreek lost his superstar ability in this season. Josh Jacobs, though, what a run. 1st and goal. No targets for Tyreek Hill inside the red zone here. Now it's 3rd and goal. It'll be Tyreek. Tyreek Hill! Way to get your first catch on screen in the video. It's a touchdown to Super Bowl 60. Back to the simulation we go, and Mahomes immediately gets points, but the Packers get points back. Mahomes won't be stopped, though. It's 31-17. Packers get a quick score. Chiefs get one back. It's 31-18. It comes down to a stop for the Green Bay defense. Can they stop Mahomes one time here to give Jordan Love and the Packers offense a chance to tie it? Got to stop Isaiah Pacheco. It's 3rd and long. If the Packers allow a first down here, it is over. Chiefs will go victory formation. Mahomes will throw. He's running. He's fired. How did he complete that pass to Rashee Rice? But it is complete. Which means the Chiefs have won the Super Bowl again. Tyreek and the Packers lose in the big game. What a first season that was after leaving Miami. But sadly now, Tyreek is headed to one of the worst teams in the NFL, but Bryce Young is picking it up. Let's see if he can help the Panthers go to the Super Bowl, where Tyreek is in his age 32 season and back to his number 10 at a 93 overall. And he's joining a pretty mediocre Panthers offense. As we did last year, we're jumping into the first drive with Tyreek Hill on his new team. He's got his number 10 back. He's going to be at the top of the screen. No abilities whatsoever for Tyreek at his age 32 season. He is by far the best receiver, though, on this Panthers team. We saw Bryce Young improve to end the 2024 regular season, so this is going to be a full season after that, because we already played the 2025 season, which ended with Super Bowl 60, and our Super Bowl loss for Tyreek. So Bryce Young has pretty much developed all of last season, and now let's see what he can do. Can he take that next step and get this team to the playoffs and maybe the Super Bowl? Can Tyreek go back to it 2 years in a row? Tyreek now top of the screen, but Hubbard gets the call. Touchdown, Carolina. And the Carolina Panthers start off this season with a win 28-24 over Michael Penix and the Falcons. And the Carolina Panthers have made the playoffs at 11-6. They by far won the NFC South. And this season, Tyreek Hill led his team in receptions and receiving yards with 1,113 and got 8 touchdowns. And funny enough, Tyreek's taking on his former team in the Packers in the playoffs, but I'm going to simulate to the Super Bowl since we jumped in last year. And the Carolina Panthers fell to the Detroit Lions in the divisional round. So 3 more potential seasons for Tyreek as long as he doesn't retire, and he'll play with another contender in the Buffalo Bills. And Tyreek's dropped all the way to an 85 overall in his age 33 season, where he's going to be the number 2 receiver behind Khalil Shakir. Tyreek does have a great opportunity, though, to make another Super Bowl with Josh Allen as his quarterback. We're going to have Tyreek catching a ball to start his Bills career on the first play of the season. He's going to be wearing number 11. 10 is taken by Shakir. I can't exactly remember who wears number 1 on this team at the moment, but all I know is it wasn't available. But Tyreek Hill wearing number 11 makes a grab to start off his Bills career for 7. As always, we're jumping into the first drive, going back to Tyreek. That one, unfortunately, is dropped. Made the playoffs both years so far, so Tyreek is getting what he wants by making the playoffs and playing for contenders. Tyreek Hill has got 3 straight targets from Josh Allen, 2 catches. Looks like Josh Allen wants to make Tyreek Hill his number 1 receiver. Another 3rd down, another target for Tyreek Hill. As it's 4th and 6, I'm going to imagine the Bills, they're not even going to attempt a field goal. It's a 53-yarder. So the first drive for Tyreek on Buffalo is going to result in a punt. And we are actually going to see the Bills fall to the Cowboys 30-24 to kick off year 3.
A few moments later.
And for the first time in this video, Tyreek and his team missed the playoffs. The Bills did not get the division. It goes to the Jets. Tyreek Hill had his worst season of his career, I would imagine, maybe since he's been a rookie, with 54 catches, 560 yards, and 4 touchdowns. This could be the end of Tyreek Hill as we know it. 560 receiving yards, not gonna cut it. We are going to send him to Detroit, though. He just wants 1 more ring. And he'll be 3rd on the depth chart behind Jamison Williams and a 99 overall Amon-Ra St. Brown. But this is 100% a Super Bowl winning roster. This is it for Tyreek Hill. Maybe his last ever chance to win a ring. There's probably not a better situation for him to be on than the Detroit Lions at this point. I actually don't even know how much he's going to see the field. He's the 3rd receiver on this team. Obviously no ability anymore. He's next to Amon-Ra St. Brown at the top of your screen. He's going to be wearing number 8 for this one. We have Sam Laporta making a grab to third down. If Tyreek only got 500 or so receiving yards on the Bills, on a team with Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameson Williams, Jahmyr Gibbs, Sam Laporta, I don't know how many yards he's going to get here. Jared Goff is taken down. But like I said, this Lions roster is stacked. They're going to pick up a win in week 1. And Tyreek Hill had 2 catches for 43 yards. The Lions missed the playoffs. I am absolutely shocked. At 8-9, the Vikings won the division. Tyreek Hill did have a bounce-back season a little bit with receiving yards with 55 grabs for 759 yards and 4 touchdowns. Which means we are headed into the final season with Tyreek Hill where he's going to Baltimore, where Tyreek is a normal dev in his age 35 season at only a 76 overall. And he's third on the wide receiver depth chart between Bateman and Flowers. Well, this roster is pretty good and I think could make the playoffs, maybe even the Super Bowl. And I think for this season, I'm just going to simulate straight to the playoffs and hope for the best because Tyreek could go 0 for 5 with all the goals in this video. And the Ravens did make the playoffs as a wild card team at 10-7, where Tyreek Hill once again made about 50 grabs for 669 yards and 4 touchdowns. And now I'm simulating to the Super Bowl. Can the Ravens make a run?
A few moments later.
They made the Super Bowl! They beat the Bengals in round 1, the Colts in round 2, and the Chargers in the AFC title game, all on the road. And it's the Detroit Lions, one of Tyreek's former teams in this video, led by Jared Goff. They make it this year, of course, but it doesn't matter because the Baltimore Ravens and Tyreek Hill, led by Lamar Jackson, have made it. One last shot for Tyreek Hill to get one more ring in his career. He motions on the first play. Lamar instead going to go to Zay Flowers. I think Tyreek might honestly retire after this year, even though the video is going to end regardless. So let's skip through this game a little bit where the Lions strike first with a pair of field goals. But here come the Ravens as their 3rd and goal from the 12. Tyreek Hill will be out there, slot, bottom of the screen. Can he make a play in the Super Bowl to put his team in front? Lamar's going to run instead. Lamar Jackson takes the lead for Baltimore. Derrick Henry at this point is long gone from this team too. This is 5 years in the future from where we are right now. So King Henry could be retired or on a different team at this point. I'd probably say retired. Lamar gonna run. Lamar Jackson trying to get to the edge, turn the corner and score. He's taken down. At the bottom in the slot. They're going to go run, though, and it's a touchdown. Broke the plane somehow. Tie game. The Lions are driving. The Lions go to 4th and 10. Can they kick this field goal? Let's see. 54-yard field goal is good. It's up to Lamar Jackson and Tyreek for a money drive to take the lead. But Lamar is picked off by Terry and Arnold. Are you kidding me? But it's 3rd and 25 for the Lions. The Ravens more than likely will get the ball back, but they're going to need a touchdown again with 2 timeouts. There's Tyreek now at the top of the screen. Lined up next to Andrews and Flowers. 38 seconds left. Does Tyreek Hill have one more deep ball in him? Lamar, he's picked off, and the Lions are going to win. No. The Lions beat the Ravens, and Tyreek Hill again is robbed of a 2nd Super Bowl ring. A disappointing end for Tyreek, but if you want to see me score a touchdown with the best wide receiver in every Madden game, click this video right here.